Hey guys, in this video I am going to be comparing the Samsung Galaxy S3 GT i9300 to the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 GT N7105. So this is basically the international variant of the Galaxy S3, whereas this is the international 4G variant of the Note 2. So let's get stuck into the video. I'm quickly going to go over the essential specifications. So the S3 has a 4.8 inch display, whereas the Note 2 has a 5.5 inch display. Both of the devices' screens have a resolution of 1280x720 pixels, so it's basically 720p HD displays on both of the screens. And the S3 has 1GB of RAM, whereas the Note 2 has 2GB of RAM. They are both available in 16 and 32GB storage configurations. They can handle micro SD cards up to 64GB in size. The S3 has a quad-core 1.4GHz processor, whereas the Note 2 has a quad-core 1.6GHz processor. And that's pretty much it for the basic specifications. I don't want to bore you too much. Now I want to take a quick look at both of these devices and compare them to one another. They are very similar to each other. Some people would say that the Note 2 is just a bigger version of the S3, and they would be right to an extent. They are obviously different, though they are very similar. Now let's take a look at the left hand side. You will see that both of them rock the volume rocker, and the S3 has got a bit more of a curved design, and the Note 2 is not so curved really. On the right hand side we have the power lock unlock button. On the top we have the headphone earphone jack, and on the bottom we have the micro USB port. So as you can see, they are very similar so far. On the back they are pretty similar too. They both have an 8-megapixel camera with the Samsung logo. They both have a flash. On the S3 you have the speaker at the top here, whereas on the Note 2 you have the speaker at the bottom there. And also obviously on the Note 2 you have the S Pen, which is basically the special stylus, and even when you pull it out the screen turns on. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the hardware. I would actually like to take the back cover off and show you behind the battery cover. So this is basically what the back of the S3 looks like. Now let's see if I can remove the battery cover on the Note 2. Okay, so here we have it. So they both obviously have the batteries, the removable batteries. We have the 2100 megahertz, and I believe that's a 3100 megahertz, or milliamp, sorry, milliamp, I'm half asleep, milliamp batteries, not megahertz. And we have the micro SD card slot there and there, and we have the micro SIM slot there and there. So that's pretty much the back of the devices. I quite like that you can, obviously insert, removable micro SD cards, and the micro SIM, that's becoming the new standard. I like the fact that they both have removable batteries. So let's just quickly put them on. And also the front of the devices are very similar as well. I'm sure you have already noticed that. So on the front, both of the devices have the Samsung logo at the top. They both have the speaker, the two sensors, the front-facing cameras. They both have the home buttons at the bottom, the back button, and the menu button. So they are very similar to one another. There are only a few minor differences really, apart from one device being bigger than the other device. So that's pretty much the hardware size of it. Now I'm basically going to give you a quick opinion of both of the devices. I really like the S3. You can get the 3G version or the 4G version. This is the 3G version. I personally have the 3G version because 4G isn't available in my area anyhow. And 4G obviously makes the battery die a lot quicker, 4G LTE. So I basically think that this is the perfect device. The screen is not too big, not too small. You have a bigger screen than the iPhone, and it's not too big. So I think this is a great device to complement, a laptop or a tablet. Whereas I think the Note 2 is more for people that don't have a tablet or don't want to use a tablet, because this is sort of the best of both worlds. You have the mobile and the tablet experience. It's a bit awkward for one-handed use, so I would only really recommend getting this device You know, if you don't really use a tablet, there's no point of having one of these plus a tablet. You know, it's got a pretty good battery life, it's got a pretty big battery. So this is the 4G variant. If you were to go for a 4G S3 or Note 2, you would have better battery life in the Note 2, just due to the bigger battery alone. So basically, I would recommend these devices to different people based on their situations. Though in terms of a primary day-to-day mobile phone, I personally recommend the S3. Now, both of these devices are running Android 4.1.1 Jelly Bean, which I'm going to show you. On the S3, I had to flash it, though I believe that the Note 2 ships with it already installed. So on the S3, I had to flash the Polish Jelly Bean ROM. So as you can see, 4.1.1, and that ships with 4.1.1. So they're both running the latest version of Android at the time this video was filmed. Now let me quickly show you the S Pen. So we can just pull it out here. There's one thing I really like about the S Pen on the Note 2 compared to the Note 1. You might be able to see this, though when you hover it over, you sort of get a little circle on the screen. I'm not sure if you can see that, though I think it's pretty neat. I quite like that. You also have a bit of a dedicated home screen just for the S Pen functionality, which is pretty cool. And you have a few different options here for the S Pen, you know, recommended shortcuts. You also have this quick command application. I haven't really used it much, to be honest. You can find out the weather, you can email people, check maps, you know, message people, call people, etc. By using your S Pen and basically drawing commands. I think that's pretty neat. They also bundle a few different apps which, you know, are suitable for the Note 2, like Flipboard. Flipboard is very nice to, you know, use on the big screen to read the articles and to view the pictures. You know, it's definitely very nice. So yeah, I definitely recommend these devices to different people, you know, for different reasons. So if you were just looking for a smartphone, you know, a good smartphone, then I definitely recommend the S3. Though if you're looking for a device to be you know, both a smartphone and a bit of a tablet, then I recommend the Note 2. And the 4G version is, you know, good in the Note 2. The battery can sort of handle it a bit better than the S3. The S3 3G version has a very good battery. The S3 4G version still has a good battery, though it's not quite as good as the, you know, 3G version, for obvious reasons. So that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave your opinions in the description below. Which device do you have? Which would you prefer? Would you prefer the S3 or the Note 2, and how come? Do you believe that you can own both a Note 2 and a tablet, or do you think that this is more of a substitute for, you know, not wanting a tablet, but wanting a, you know, a good mobile phone that can be used as a, you know, multimedia consumption device? So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button, subscribe for future comparisons, and thank you for watching.